The Isle of Standing Driftwood. I think we'll find something new if we head up in this direction, so let's. Unless we once again head off into deep water territory. Nope, I see the fog. We're good. That's what I'm gonna name it when we... when I update my little map. Could either be Island of Standing Driftwood or Hobo Stove. Standing Driftwood, I think, is more indicative of the island. Wonder if that's our house. Hard to tell. Got another miniature, more tarps and trees. Bet that tree would launch. I'm enjoying my motorboat. It's doing what it's supposed to. Oh, there's the fog, yep. Got a little confused there. There's a squeaking going on, which is a little strange. Feels like most of the shipwrecks are on these big islands. If I find an air tank, I'm going to ditch the antibiotics. Because at this point I don't need them. No, this new boat, because it's made with buoy balls, is named the Bad Buoy. More duct tape. I could use more duct tape. Alright. We'll get rid of the lashing. In the event I do decide I want to make a spear gun, which would be cool. Actually, you just stay there. I'm gonna check and see. Here's some plank scrap. If anything, that should make up for my little fuck-up with the plank scrap. Every time I say plank scrap, Big Kick, Plain Scrap by Nick Lowe comes into my head. There's another standing driftwood. What if they just spawn into the area like that? That's a stick. Thought it was a snake. Which does beg the question where they came from. Now let's head west. Life is peaceful there. I don't want to think about a log of driftwood following me around. Though if you could draw that, that would be amazing. Doesn't seem to be anything new here. Or usable, so... let's keep heading in this direction. If we enter the deep water, then we'll head back to that island and see if we can't find our way back home. I think I see the fog. If anything, we're sort of clearing out the grid around us. Sorry again for swinging the camera around like that. But I did want to see every island that we could find in my seed. I just expect the skulls to pop out when I do this. Another biggie. Those are some shipwrecks. Er, parallel parking. There's a console. There's a fuel tank. Speaking of fuel tanks. Some cloth. I don't need that. I ain't making another sail. Oh. Seemed like the boar actually wanted to hang out. There's another driftwood again! You know, you might be onto something. I think it's actually following me around. Well, that one looks a little more twisty. You see down there. I think for some of these boats, you are actually able to get underneath them. Or maybe it was like that in an earlier build. But on this one, still there's the thing that allows you to jump to grab onto them. That's the propeller. And a lantern. How does that compare? It's invincible. Okay. As you go around, one thing you're going to discover, and something we've only just now seen, there are actual, like, non-BS thrown together with rocks and twigs versions of the tools that you make. This is basically the actually good, probably not going to get broken version of the torch. The actual torch that you make out of twigs and cloth. You can automatically light it. And I feel like that's going to be more useful than the torch, so I'm going to switch them out. If anything, it'll be a nice change-up. Another thing you can find is a machete, which it works like an axe. It lasts very long, but it's not quite as strong as your refined axe. But it is nice if you find one. Not the flashlight. The torch that you use when you... Like, it's a cloth attached to a stick, and you light it using the... your campfire. That kind of torch. Not the big flashlight. That's a similar thing. So now when we look out over on the islands, it feels like there's less fog than there used to be. Pretty good signifier of all that we've discovered. And there's an aquatic shipwreck. Not many of them are actually in the water. So that's kind of cool. Get back here. I think I met a tiger shark and I was fucked anyway. I'm gonna go to the other one first. Stay away from whatever buddy's waiting for me in the water. More buoys. More boobles. No tank up front. Oh boy. A jerry can. What is that used for? I know it's used for something. It might be used for something in a previous build, and they didn't change them. Because you use the fuel tank, not a jerry can for this. But there is no fuel. Well, yeah, it's something useless that they just left in this build. Another flare gun. Don't need that. Wonder if the lantern can be used underwater. Oh, I do know one benefit of using the flashlight is you can shine it in a shark's face, and that will probably scare it away. But I like making things difficult for myself. More duct tape. That works. Morphine. That's just for if you're in pain, I guess. I cannot get in here. I managed it. Another lantern. A carburetor. 2 of them. And a bucket of seawater. I can see this being a problem. Okay, good. I could break through the roof. That works for me. The carburetor, I think, was also used in building the motor. I'm guessing they streamlined it. I think it's time to head back and try to find my damn house. Look, you can tell the lantern's on in there. There's another undiscovered island. Up in this direction. And let's go for it. Man, that looks so weird. The rectangle of the non-existent. So when can we marry you to Peabot Thorn? What the fuck are you talking about, Beldantazar? Is this something you've talked about amongst yourselves and you're only now letting me be privy to it? Engulfed by the haze. It's almost like a rectangle of rain. It's a super heavy storm, but only now do we see it. There's a light on that island of some kind. You can see it from here. Can't imagine there's anything of particular note around here. If there's not a shipwreck, there isn't an air tank. Could be a snake somewhere. Yep, straightforward. Oh, there is a kura fruit. That one I don't think heals your thirst. I think that might be a shipwreck. Nope, just a rock. I wanted a shipwreck, I got a rock. Thinking about it, there's a potential that the world gen could reach out infinitely. And if that's the case, I can't find all of the islands. So at least making the rounds, forming a rough square grid. I guess that'll do ya. Careful, careful. I don't think there are any boats on here. There is a standing driftwood, though. Oh no, that's scrap. And there is one shipwreck. It's one of the half-eaten ones, though. Eaten by nature. A label maker. Oh yeah. These exist. Also, I don't think can be used for anything. I don't think it'll be this island, but just need to look out for the tiny ones to try to get back home. Yeah, I could already tell from here. Too many trees. That ain't home. Look at that weird divot in the fog. There is still a snake on one of the other islands, I think. Here we go. Didn't take us long to get back at all. The world does look wrong, though. Yeah, there's no way I can get up there. I think we're all missing a joke. Some duct tape. We'll put that inside. And antibiotics. We'll also keep inside. I'm not hurting for it. Did the smoker work, though, I wonder? Smoked small meat. I'm gonna hang on to that. And if it kills me, then we'll know. The smoker is bullshit. Yeah. Jeez, how long was nighttime there? There we have it. Let us look out upon the sea and see everything that we found. That is some remarkable progress today, folks. We made the bad buoy. We built the worst watchtower of all time. And we discovered a crap ton of islands. Still have yet to find an air tank, which would be pretty nice. And we still have yet to kill a shark. So there are still goals. That was like just a piece of charcoal. What I'm going to do before the next stream, I'm going to go back through the recording, update my map, keep an eye on some of the things that we'll discover out there. So I can go back, recollect them, bring them back to our home island. In fact, regarding getting up to the watchtower, one thing I can probably do: create another foundation. Can I make a ladder? Nope, they don't give you the option. So what I'm going to do instead, yes. We can't get up here. Hooray. Ow. Let's turn on our lantern, and let's just hang it up here. Stand up, man. There we go. Looks like crap. We can make it taller, though. It needs a couple of tarps. We all know that. I think I'll purposefully leave these sides open, just for aesthetic purposes. Are we finally out of wood? Look at that. We're finally out of my supply of wood. There's 164 of them when we started this stream. That's how much work we did. You all should be proud for doing fuck all but watching. But you should be proud for watching anyway. Because we all got to share in this bizarre experience. Yep, I knew it. Antonio too disappeared. There he is. Stingrays cannot stay in a building. We are probably gonna just have to make him the doormat. Here you go. Wipe your feet on my friend. But there's your lot, folks. What a big pile of nonsensical madness. And there's still more to come. That's going to be it for me today. Thank you everyone for watching. That's it for Stranded Deep for now.